Adewale Gomez, PDP senatorial candidate for Lagos Central for the 2023 general election, has assured party supporters that he will rally all the co-contestants in the race to join hands and build a formidable platform to end the reign of the All Progressives Congress APC in Lagos State. Gomez, popularly known as the Adewale of Lagos, says Lagos State schools are nothing to write home about, that he will open a student's account for all the students when elected. He also stated that the citizens of Lagos State will know their rights, and he will make sure that there is an e-governance mechanism system in the state, which will sweep off corruption in the country. Joining us now on the morning show is Mr. Adewale Gomez, PDP senatorial candidate for Lagos Central in the 2023 general election. Mr. Gomez, it's good to see you on the morning show. Our usual territory is this day live, yes, but morning show today, we're usually 3, but Ayomairo is away on official assignment. So you just have Rufa and I. So wow. I think that's easier for you, perhaps.
Double whammy.
Anyway, it's good to see you. Recently, there was a poll that was conducted. I think it was called Nigeria Decides, about the senatorial race in Lagos Central. You were rated as a topmost person, you know. But some people say, well, these polls don't mean anything. You know, the polls can say it's Mr. Gomez that is leading in Lagos Central as senatorial candidate, but the reality on the ground may be different. So, is there any gain from that poll? What has it done for you? Maybe even psychologically?
Scientifically, a polling system is meant for you to judge the minds of the people. And when the poll started, we didn't even know that there was any poll going on. This own made me realize that there's some poll going on. And finally, the result came, and we came top. It's not that it doesn't mean anything. It means a lot because then people are saying this is where people want to be. If you look at the last person that came fourth is a member of the House of Assembly in Lagos State, actually the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly in Lagos State. And it's a reflection of the way people are thinking about APC now as we speak. They're not very much in love with that party. And so right now we are on top of the poll, and we're still doing more work so that the people will be aware that PDP at this point in time are ready to take over Lagos, as we say it.
You said people are not in support or in love with the party, but this party has reigned supreme for quite a while in Lagos State. And a lot of people are saying you're almost fighting a losing battle fighting the APC in Lagos, that it's just a matter of time, that they have everything in place. So how are you saying?
Now, let me tell you for a fact, for free, I'll say. PDP had been using APC had been using techniques that work for them. Techniques that we know most of the time when we do election in Lagos State, we win those elections. But they go with to do the thing they want. They usually
but
do.
You've always won elections in Lagos
No. Lagos State.
You said PDP, but PDP has never been returned, as winner of governorship election in Lagos.
In quotes, never been returned in quotes. But we know as a fact that once they take it to where they do the coalition, now the good thing now is that the Beavers is there.
But you don't have your facts that.
No, I do.
APC has been largely won by APC.
As we speak now, they do that.
Yeah.
But this time around, I want to see us not even interested in the past, because the truth is not going to come out, and that's when we'll know who's been a winning team or who's been a winning party. The Beavers is there, and that's we keep hammering on it. The Beavers is there to actually give Lagosians the right, the party to rule Lagos for the first time.
Okay, let's talk about Lagos Central.
Yeah.
What's your legislative agenda? Good. What are you telling the people of Lagos Central? What have you done in terms of the campaign? And do you think really, to go back to that original question, that you stand a chance against the APC when the APC presidential candidate is from Lagos? Even if he does not do anything, he has an obligation to keep Lagos. Okay. Where is the, don't worry, forget the adjective. You know what I wanted to say.
Okay, now I have a series of agendas I've got in place. But first, I need to answer that question on what have I been doing lately. Now, I have been to about between 18 and 20 markets covertly, where people don't even know I'm around, sometimes late at night, to sell our product, because we need to sell for people to understand that this is the right time for people. And let me tell you for free, 80% of the people I talk to are tired of APC and they want something different. I'm sure, Dr. Abati, I'm sure your life is not the same as it was 2015. People are really tired. And it's not about APC owning Lagos. APC does not have the monopoly of Lagos. It does not have all the rights to keep Lagos. We also, PDP and other parties, have the right to run the affairs of Lagos State. And as me as a person, I have gone through the system. I have been through all the 20 local governments we have in Nigeria, in Lagos, and I found out that the people need some things to be known as Nigerians. One of the first, and actually the first thing I'm going to look at, is the issue of the Citizens Charter. Citizens should have the right to free health, job, a very beautiful city or country to live in, and environmental peace, that they have to live on noise and all this traffic, and you go around. People, as citizens of Lagos, should be made to know that they have a right to have a better city. And the issue of they having the rights, the ownership of Lagos, I don't believe that. I believe things are going to change in this election, and it will surprise a lot of people, because right now Lagosians are tired and they want a new face. Let them give PDP a chance, and they say a difference.
Despite the fact that the APC is not just looking for the gubernatorial seat, they also want to send a man to the center. Mm-hmm. You are this confident.
Yeah, see, when you do, I've gone around and I've seen what people are saying. Even I'll say, ask anybody on the street and say APC, they're about ready to just forget you, because they just don't want to hear them again. And this time around, I don't know what happened to them, but they have messed up with this petrol, and they don't want to. Lagos is going to have a new breath of fresh air, and we're going to totally change the dynamics of Lagos. We need to do that. We need to do that. For our children, not for ourselves. For our children, our children not born.
So let's go back to that question, Dr. Abati. I'm sorry we're having it, because that seat is a strong seat. That used to be Madam Tinubu's seat before. Mm-hmm. All right? Now, you're having the Deputy Speaker of Lagos coming to vie for that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are saying, vis-a-vis the machinery of the APC in the state, that the PDP, we've known the antecedents, they've always tried, but they never got it. Mm-hmm. And this is at the time that the PDP is split down the middle. You all know what is happening with the G5 and all of that. Mm-hmm. Also the fact that a lot of the PDP party sources are not supporting the likes of Jando. Is somebody like Bode George supporting you?
But Chief Bode George is my political father.
Is he supporting you?
He's definitely supporting me, and he's my political father, like I said.
But he's not supporting Jando.
I don't know what you mean by he's not supporting Jando. Chief Bode George is the father of the state, and he supports everybody. But anything that between whatever is happening is a family affair, and family affairs are not thrown in the streets. No, I'm saying that let us move it back to the party.
No, let's bring it on the table here.
Okay.
He's not supporting Janda. You said he's supporting you, and the party is split down the middle. And you also need the support of Janda to be able to push your way through, as he's the governorship candidate of your party. So what is really going on?
Nothing is going on.
Your party is not coordinated. So how can you fight against an APC machinery when your party is not even coordinated?
That's the thing that's been thrown in the street. This is the best united PDP party in Lagos as we speak. We have brought in a gubernatorial candidate.
Which half of them have gone to the Labour Party?
Half of them are going to, doesn't mean that they're taking the structure out of PDP. Have they taken the structure out of PDP? PDP has the largest structure in Lagos State. Take it to the bank. And we're not even worried that then some people are. We're worried, but it's not that important to us right now.
You're not worried, you're worried.
No, I'm not worried, but I feel concerned. Not worried.
What is concerned? What is worried?
Okay, no. Worried is not. It's a different thing. Worried, you get your head.
Can we make progress?
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Beyond Lagos State politics, there are issues in Nigeria. One, we just had Yemi Adewale on this program. And Yemi Adewale, executive director of Enough is Enough, was saying that there are issues with the collection of PVCs in Lagos. The deadline has passed. Our group is asking for an extension to enable people in Lagos State specifically, she was very specific, to be able to vote. What do you think about that? And what do you think of this whole debacle surrounding regarding the new Naira notes and the decision of the Supreme Court, the position of the parties, the position of the governors of 3 APC states?
Now, I'll start with the issue of the PVC. I think it's a reflection of the mismanagement that takes over in Nigeria and how people have been treated. That's what I was talking about, the citizens' right. You know, we're now at the age of technology. And I want to say that the issue of PVC should go past going to one area to collect your PVC. We should have gone to a state where it could be technologically motivated, where you can even go to your bank or get the PVC, go somewhere, make it technologically based. If you go the way you're going, that's when you're going to have the problems that you're having. Simple management problem, that's the problem with that. And I think the right of people to have the PVC is sacrosanct. People should be allowed to collect the PVC. To vote is their right to vote. That's number one. Number two, on the issue of the new Naira notes. Right. The policy is fantastic because it's going to, in the long run, reduce cost push inflation. I like that, but the implementation is where the problems are. The implementation is supposed to be a smooth sailing. So people will just be able to transfer or change their note. Let me tell you, people are really suffering in Lagos, in Nigeria now. And it's for you not to have cash at your dispensation. For example, I was coming today just to get some money to put in my pocket. I was told that I have to pay so much in exchange, which means the value of the Naira has dropped by what they're giving us. So it's just not right for people to be treated this way. And I think the government and the central bank should sit down together and find an easy way to get these things sorted out. On the issue of the petrol, they're telling us that they brought it out that it's not a supply fault. I don't know who's doing this, but we've experienced too many.
IPMAN says it's a supply problem.
Okay,
IPMAN, the Independent Petroleum Market Association, they should know. They should know. Because they say it's a supply issue.
There's a dichotomy there.
And the GMD of NPPC Limited has said they are addressing that supply problem.
The faster they address it, the better for us, because election is around the corner. People got to move around. Everything is just in the chaos here. And it shows the efficiency and the system we're running now. APC is just not, they just do not understand how to make the Nigerians happy. And right now, PDP is ready to take over this government, take over Nigeria and run it the way it's supposed to be run. For example, look at the rallies we have. Every state we go, we have perfect rally. Perfect, no, nothing. Look at the rally it just showed management is their problem. And we can't trust the life of our citizens into people that cannot even manage ordinary rallies.
But in terms of crowd, all the political parties buy a crowd, and they too, the APC too, have had good turnouts as regards crowd. But so what you're saying, that means you are locked and loaded with all the monies you need for your senatorial race as well.
No, it doesn't have to be locked and loaded.
No, I'm asking you, that means you are locked and loaded. You have all the monies needed for your senatorial race.
I'm not the finance person I don't know locked and loaded or what you mean by locked and loaded, but I am telling you that
so you have
we are ready because we plan better.
Okay, so and that's money needed for election day, really?
Yes,
because
it does.
For vote buying and things like that. Okay.
Not for vote buying, but at least logistics.
So vote buying logistics, yeah. Okay.
It's not the same.
Moving on. I'd like to ask you what you will do for small business, because Lagos is the hub of small business. And we see a lot of people running around the streets got nothing to do because they've not really been given that business push. What's your plan for small businesses? As
a person in the Senate, I want to introduce a bill that will create a venture capital for people, so that, once you bring I'm into finance. I've done finance all of my life, and I've been a finance person. And I know venture capital is the best way for small businesses, where you can pick money and then return it back to a company, and they will manage for you after a while, then return the company back to you. That is number one. Then you have an incubator system for small businesses, where whatever fund they need to make because the cottage industry is the backbone of any country. That is nowhere. You see, we have cottage industries in Nigeria, but they are short in finance. This is the time that you need to have. So that's when my principal, Atiku, is saying that he's going to invest so much because he's talking about cottage industry and to fund them. He's going to take $10 billion that he's going to use to kickstart, and it's going to immediately have multiplier effect. That alone will have multiplier. It's going to be one area that I will so much support that bring it to the system because we need for people to work. Then I want to also introduce a kind of mortgage scheme for people, whereby being a citizen of Lagos, your down payment could be financed by the state, so that you can have a grant to give to you to pay your down payment as a citizen. That's citizen's right. We don't have a citizen's right in Nigeria. We just wake up, become a Nigerian, and go up and down, and they just treat us anyhow. But if you have a citizen's right, you know the police cannot stop you anyhow. Sometimes you just be driving, they just stop you, bam. Your citizen's right means if you're going on the expressway and at night and the truck in front of you does not have light, he's ready to kill you. You have the right to stop that truck as a citizen of that country to make sure that stop parks. Those are the programs I'm going to make sure that the country is totally bringing bills to help the country to remodernize itself.
Mr. Gomez, how involved are you in the general PDP campaign at the Lagos state level? Because I've been seeing Jandon going about with campaigns and all that. I don't remember seeing you in any of those campaigns. And then at the federal level, we have seen people engaging in acrobatics, dancing. I've seen Dino Melaye falling down, almost breaking his hip in his support for Atiku Abubakar. We have seen other people, dancing and wriggling and saying they are in support of Atiku Abubakar. Why are you so much in the shadows? Are you just running a solo campaign?
Okay, let me tell you one thing about campaign and rallies.
Really?
No, sorry, I know you have experience in that. But one thing is this, sometimes you don't do things over and over and expect a different result. They call it madness. You see, I have created a kind of a system where we have decided to, Jando is going for gubernatorial election. I'm going for Senate. We're two different things. But sometimes you do your marketing codedly, where you will be able to concentrate more on the people. Let me tell you something. My main campaign starts 2 weeks to the election. That's when people remember you. Sometimes when you make the noise and make these things, they don't understand that you're doing your work on the ground. So by the time you come out, people really know that, yes, this person has been. I've been to all the markets. I've been to universities, the University of Lagos. That's why I realized that most of the people shouting that other person does not even have a PVC. Because when I ask the students, they don't have the PVC on them. So all those things I've put in place so that when I start my campaign big time before the election, then that's when it will be more effective. And it's not that I'm silent on it. I'm going everywhere, but I'm at the background.
No, I asked you about your involvement.
I'm involved.
In the larger campaign?
Yes, no. In the larger campaign, that's for the presidential. When they came to Lagos, I was physically sick, so I couldn't go there. But the national and the other ones, I am involved.
What of Jando's campaign?
I'm also involved technically.
But not physically.
Technically.
No,
Not physically.
Because sometimes when he's there, I'm there. I'm doing Senate work and meeting people. I'm seeing people, but I'm with him.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. That's going to be the next governor of Lagos State. And it's PDP.
Anyway, people will decide that.
They have decided.
Not you. No, they have not.
They
will decide on election day.
We will see.
Please. All right, so let's stick to the facts. They will decide on election day, not you to decide that.
No, I'm not deciding. I said people have.
Okay, so there is this general talk about likely postponement of the election because of the twin crisis of fuel scarcity and also this new Naira notes debacle. As I was pointing out to one of our guests yesterday, Section 135, subsection 3 of the Constitution, in fact, makes it a constitutional issue. If the National Assembly wants, they and the president can just decide and say we are postponing this election. They can do so for the next 6 months, but the Constitution says not exceeding 6 months. What's your take on that? Do you think that INEC is prepared? that the security agencies are truly prepared, and that we will not find ourselves in a situation whereby some people in the APC are arguing this election will be postponed.
Now, yesterday I read in the newspaper that the INEC chairman has said that they've got all the logistics and the funding to do this election. I want to believe that what he's saying is true, and I don't want to see any I don't want to feel or think there's going to be any postponement, because everybody is ready, and it's going to be sad for them to be postponing this election, because people are ready to go ahead and get it done and let's go out of it. But if they postpone it, everybody's going to be ready. They make the call, and everybody will abide by it. But I do not see it. I just feel this election is going to be done that day. And because the president also said that it's not going to be changed. They want to have the election that day. So all this is coming to the realms of postulation. And personally, I don't deal with postulation. I just deal with what's in front of me.
Well, you are not alone. President Obasanjo also said yesterday that he hopes that nothing stops this election.
Yes.
And I guess, there are many Nigerians who also hold that view. We would like to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Wale Gomez, appearing on the morning show, not on This Day Live.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Nigerians, this is the best time for you to change this country. I beg you, don't lose it. Give it to PDP. Thanks.
That's campaign.
No,
That's campaign. That's advertisement.
No, it's not.
They will send you an invoice from our accounts department for advertising.
This is my token for
Anyway, thank you very much.